What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. Welcome to episode 335 of Shadows and Pretties. And today we're going to look at this 2002 movie called Treasure Planet. Now, this is a science fiction movie. Of course, there is a Treasure Planet 1982 film, but we're going to talk about this Treasure Planet movie from 2002, which that's when the Disney movie came out. Basically, it's pretty much a science fiction adaptation of Robert Louis Stevenson's adventure novel Treasure Island. So that's kind of really cool. Now, this movie, I personally remembered watching this movie back when I was a kid. It's such a great film. I mean, I liked the fact that it's a science fiction adaptation, which is really interesting. I personally love this film a lot. I mean, you got a really good cast and crew that pretty much did this movie, which I thought that was really nice. We got a lot of good cast and good actors that played the film. I personally really enjoyed it. It's a really good movie. So, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the plot of this movie, especially for those who haven't seen the movie in a really long time. And for those who haven't seen it, yeah. If you've not seen it yet, you're really missing out. It's definitely a really good film. I really highly recommend it for Disney fans. So basically, on the planet of Montresor, young Jim Hawkins is enchanted by those stories of space pirates, Captain Flint, and his ability to strike suddenly disappear without a trace, hiding the loot on the Flabwood Treasure Planet. 12 years later, Jim has grown into a live troublemaker after his father abandoned him when he was just a child. He reluctantly helps his mother Sarah run the Benbow Inn and is caught by the police after recklessly sky surfing with a rocket-powered sailboard. A spaceship crashes near the inn, and the dying pilot, Billy Bones, gives Jim a spear and warns him to beware of the cyborg. Pirates attack and burn down the inn, and Jim flees with his mother and their friend, Dr. Dilbert Doppler. Jim discovers that the spear contains holographic star map leading to the location of Treasure Planet and decides to seek out the legendary fortune. Doppler commissions a ship to RLS Legacy, commanded by a feline Captain Amelia and her stone-skinned first mate, Mr. Arrow. The ship's motley crew is led by a cyborg cook, John Silver, whose cybernetics led Jim to suspect that he's a cyborg and that Bones warned him about. After being sent to work in the gallery, Jim is supervised by Silver and his shape-shifting pet Morph, as they journey through tenuous father-son-like relationship. When the ship encounters a supernova, Jim secures the crew's lifelines as a black hole forms. A ruthless Arcanade crew member, Scroop, cuts Mr. Arrow's lifeline, sending him to his death. As the ship rides in the shock waves as a safety, Scroop frames Jim and Mr. Arrow's death for lying about his lifeline being insecure, and Jim is then confronted by Silver. Upon reaching Treasure Planet, Jim discovers that the crew are indeed of pirates led by Silver, and a mutiny erupts. So Doppler, Amelia, and Morph abandon ship, and Jim retrieves his map. Silver cannot bring himself to shoot Jim, allowing him to escape with the others. Another pirate shoots down the escapees down, injuring Amelia. Jim discovers that the map is Morph in disguise, with the real map still on the ship. The group meets Ben, an abandoned navigational robot, who used to belong to Flint, and is now missing his primarily memory circuit. After being cornered by the pirates, Jim, Morph, and Ben hijack a longboat and return to Legacy to retrieve the map. Scroop attacks them, but Ben advertently disables the artificial gravity, and Jim kicks Scroop overboard into deep space. Upon returning, they get caught by Silver and his crew, who have captured Doppler and Amelia. Silver forces Jim to use the map, directing them to a portal that lays open to any location known to the universe with the map as its controls, which Flint used to conduct his raids. They open the portal to the core of Treasure Planet, which is actually an ancient space station built by a forgotten culture that Flint commanded it to stow his treasure. The pirates then enter and begin collecting the loot, while Jim finds a skeleton of Captain Flint holding Ben's missing circuit in his hand. Jim reinstalls the part into Ben's head and escapes with the boatload of treasure, but abandons to save Jim. So the survivors aboard the Legacy, which becomes damaged and unable to get fast enough through the clear explosion. Jim rigs a makeshift sailboard and rides ahead, setting the portal to Monstier's spaceport, and Doppler steers the Legacy through to safety. So, Jim finds a silver below decks and allows him to escape, and that's when Silver gives Jim Marv a handful of treasure to manage to take so he can rebuild the Benbow Inn. Believing in Jim will rattle the stars. Sometime later, a party is hosting the rebuilt and improved Benbow Inn. Doppler and Amelia are married at this time and had quadruplets. Ben becomes a waiter of the inn, and Jim matured under Silver's mentorship and has become cadet with the Interstellar Academy through a letter of recommendation from Amelia. He then returns to looks at the skies and sees an image of Silver in the clouds, and thus how the movie ends. This, honestly, I was surprised this movie roughly took 4.5 years to create, as the concept for Treasure Planet, which was called Treasure Island in Space at the time, originally pitched by Ron Clements in 1985, going on show. So, yeah, they pretty much did a lot of stuff, and the writing was really good, the casting was good. I like the songs and the music in this is just flat out amazing, because with Disney, Disney's going to do a lot of stuff. And I do know for a full-on fact that there was even a script for a sequel of Treasure Planet could be, and a notion of what the series would be. There was talks about that, but unfortunately that's been canceled, as well as possibilities of a television series of Treasure Planet, which also got canceled. But, with that being said, I can recommend this movie to anybody who is a Disney fan like myself. This is a really good film. It's a good film from 2002. It's really good. I like the animation. I like the concept of it. It's just a really good movie. I personally really enjoyed it. I mean, I love the concept of it. It's a really good movie. I personally really liked it a lot. It's just a really good film. I mean, if you guys remembered watching this film back when you were a kid, yeah, I can understand, how good this movie is. And even though it's been over 20 years, it's still a really good film. I personally really enjoy this film. So with that being said, the animation's good, the concept is good. I personally loved it. It's just a really good movie. It's well made. I love everything about this movie. It's just flat out amazing. You can really say Disney did a really good job with this movie, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I love the concept of it. It's really well done and made. So you definitely will really know this movie very well if you've seen it. It's a really good film. So I guess with that being the case, and with that being said, I'm going to sit here and pretty much wrap up this movie. Like I said again, if you've not seen this movie, you really have to see this movie. You will not be disappointed. This is a really good movie. It's really amazing. The concept's awesome. It's a really good movie. You really will enjoy it once you've seen it. So, I definitely recommend anybody who's not seen this movie to go watch this movie. You will not be disappointed, like I said before. With Disney, they make a lot of good movies, and this is definitely one from 2002. It's just a really great film. So with that being the case, and with that being said, like I'm always going to continue to say, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these movies. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. Really great film. Really well made. Concept's great. I just love the whole film. It's just a really good story. I love the storyline of it. It's just a really good film. I definitely really see this being awesome. So, yeah. With that being the case, and with that being said, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications when it uploads. That way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter and DeviantArt, links to those will be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on there. Also, be sure to subscribe to my backup channel known as Ms. Dirk Shigo, as links to that will also be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on there. And as always, I'll see you guys all in the next episode, and as always, I'll see you all next time.